Hi everybody, I am Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson, and this is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
If you need another weird sign, if you follow the signs of end of times, you know, there's so many happening, but when birds start falling out of the sky, then you kind of really have to like, okay, something freaking happening altogether. You ever heard of a loon? You know,
Yes.
Loon?
Yeah.
Okay. They're very popular in Canada, here in the United States, in the northern places where that temperature is like Canadian temperature, I guess. But the loon, I didn't realize this, can't walk on land. It can only fly and swim. So it lands on water and it can go down and it could swim and get fish and then come back up and that sort of thing. Well, they're having a problem in northern Wisconsin where these loons, because of the icy and the cold weather they're thinking, are just falling out of the sky and they're landing on land. And they're pretty much, they don't know how to get around. So they've actually have told everybody in that area, if you do, which is, you have to be careful when you're a government agency or any kind of agency. If you approach a loon, throw a towel around it.
The loon meaning the bird.
The bird, right, yeah. So I think they probably had to say that. Loon, we mean the bird. Throw a towel around it and then take it to a body of water and let it go in there because they're having such a huge problem. We're talking not like hundreds are falling from the sky because of all that. So it kind of, they're not 100% sure why, because, well, loons are, you know, they go through this bad weather, that sort of time, why it's all happening on land.
Well, some people think that in New York City, when they're building a lot of these skyscrapers and these new buildings, they're putting mirrored glass on the buildings, and it's causing thousands of bird strikes because they're not thinking about the fact that these birds kind of see those windows and they just think it's blue sky because it's reflecting back to them.
I had to, and they'll attack them because they think it's we had this one bird, and I had to put a cover over my truck because it'd see itself in the mirror, and like I had bird cramp all over the side of it.
Oh my goodness.
So
it could be something environmental that we're doing that's changing flight paths and whatnot for these wildlife.
That's
and the birds.
a good point.
Yeah, well, you have to see the photo of the real-life Peanuts character to believe this next story. A picture of Bailey, the mini sheepadoodle, has been shared more than 1 million times because of her resemblance to Snoopy. The famous Charles Schulz character was a spotted white beagle who first appeared in the 1950s, and oddly enough, sheepadoodles originated shortly after a U.S. military dog. Look at that sweet face. The Snoopy look-alike. I saw this everywhere.
You know, the only sad part about it is people see that and they go, I want one, I want one, and they rush and they try to find one like that. And
in 2 years, the shelters will be full of them.
Yes, and this, keep in mind, these dogs don't snicker and hang out with the birds, so keep that in mind as well.
They don't offer you advice?
They're not at all. Right?
For life? Yeah.
All right, you ever been dumped and then you spend the next few days, the weeks, maybe months, or even years? I don't get it. Jenna Bush Hager, she revealed on TV while she continues to ask why, even years later. The Today host revealed she thinks her 7th grade boyfriend broke up with her after seeing her in a bikini.
Come on now.
Former first daughter said of the incident, it happened 30 years ago, I feel it even sometimes now. I feel great about my body. I've had 3 kids, 3 C-sections. I'm even proud of my body. It's a beautiful thing. But now, sometimes I'll walk into a pool and have a moment of doubt or hesitation thinking about it. And it's something that you do all the time. I think even when people lose a lot of weight or they change, I know I go through this, where you still have that mentality that you're this really big person. And you can't shake that. And I think during those formidable years that she said she was in 7th grade, that happened so much. So that's why we have to be very careful what we say, especially to kids around that age, and because it latches onto them.
Of course, and it's so hard in this day and age. I mean, social media is ridiculous. For any young woman growing up, you look at all these images, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and it's like, that's how you think you should look, you know? And the same was in fashion magazines back in the day. You know, you'd look at those women and think that's exactly how I look, but you forget that they're all airbrushed and slimmed down.
Nothing's
and
like
perfected.
that, And here you would think she came from a lot of confidence as well, with her father at the time, probably governor, and then eventually president as well, and then also having a twin sister. It seems like he had somebody to talk to. But they all go through those sort of things, and I hope this doesn't come out wrong, but it's nice to see successful people that have had those issues as well. It kind of shows us that, hey, we're all normal.
They're relatable, right?
They're very relatable.
Did you ever break up with someone over something?
No, but I am certain 100% that I was the cause of many stories. What about you?
One guy I dated, and bless his heart, he said snickety snack all the time, and I couldn't take it. So,
So
I was
you
like,
broke
you
up
know
with
what?
him.
And he's a lovely person. I'm a horrible person.
No more snickety snacks for you.